Alright, what's going on everyone, Togavor here, and today we have CPC weeks 3 and 4. Now obviously week 3 is late. That's because I was deathly sick when that rolled around and my life got busy because of the play, as it tends to do. So because of that, these are coming together. I'm sorry again for another late upload. Hopefully next week we'll be back on time. But anyway, so we are facing off against John and the Arizona Dactyls, then against Joost and the Angels of Beheeyeim. Yeah, so anyways, I'm just gonna jump into these battles because I gotta get these up and done with. So that's my thingy. It's pretty cool. So some plays are made here. He goes into Rachis. I try to toxic the Articuno. Smart play on his part. Now I just go straight into Charizard predicting rocks, and I just go straight for a Flare Blitz because he doesn't have a switch in. Gets spit F drop. Unfortunate. Now here's a place where if I was a normal DD Charizard X, other things might have happened, but it was a special set, so not gonna happen. Now he brings that out, and I'm thinking he would only bring that out if he's scarfed. I can live any scarf hit, but you know, he goes for Earth Power. Specs turns out interesting play on his part to go into that. I don't really agree with it. Oh wait, never mind. I'm stupid. He was probably a slower Jirachi, and that's why since he outsped my Zard, he probably knew. That's why. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. All makes sense now, but. I get 2 letters of spikes up here, which is pretty nice. And based on the fact he goes into Signal Beam, I can infer that he's Choice Scarf. Turns out indeed that he is, so that's a free switch and a Nido Queen. He gets the confusion, but ends up not to matter too much, as I am able to get my rocks up as well, which is going to be very nice. Now I go into my switch in, my only switch in, not really a switch in, as you can tell, as I took a bajillion from that hit, but I do have a bulky Speedy Storm me there to Rapid Spin rocks away and keep that boy in check. Right here we go for the recover. Looking at a nice 92%. Easily going to be able to switch into that in the future. Now right here goes for Freeze Dry. We're looking good. Goes for Freeze Dry again. Really don't agree with that play based on the fact he's only doing 19% and I could easily Moonlight up. But hey, he gets the freeze, so what can you say? Now right here, Frozen Solid again. Thankfully, he's going to be nice to me and go for the Flare Blitz, thaw me, kill himself, and let me get a Moonlight up. I saw in his video he said that was to be nice to me, so like thanks John, because you probably would have smacked me if you didn't get that. So I'm just gonna sack my Charizard at this point. Not really any use in keeping it around looking at what's left, as it is slower, so I'd have to get a DD up, and the only thing I get a DD up on is this Articuno, and it's faster than me, so not really worth it. But I do knock it out with the Bug Buzz. Now right here I switch out A because I can spin, and B because of what you're about to see here. Now he goes for the BP and get him on that play. HJK comes in, Rocky Helmet, Lunar Dance. I probably should have Moonlighted up there first, but you know, it's whatever. And now from right here, I did the calc. I knew I could chew the Bullet Punch. Bug Buzz is going to be able to take out the Metacham, and I knew at that point I could Oko as I Dragon or Twikio the Dawn Fan. So now it's basically a test of whether or not this has Ice Shard. If it doesn't have Ice Shard, I'm in a good shape to win the game, but I just managed to kill it, so that's fine. It doesn't make the play into Hydreigon, and because of that, I know I have the game locked up with Selgor at this point, so it takes it out. Now Selgor is going to come in, and we take 2-0 victory. We're 1-2 now, but gauging to make a comeback on our division. So good game to Dactyls. Go check out his channel below. Now, here's our next game. Whoops, sorry for those dimensions. Here we are versus Joost. I brought a very different team than I did the last time, as you can see. He's got some spooky shit. Now, I lead off my Selgor, and this first turn plays a lot of things. Now, first of all, I don't necessarily agree with this play, as he obviously turns out to be Scarf Blastoise, because if I was a normal hazard stacking one, I could have outsped him and just gotten a Bug Buzz, or a normal, like, anyways, and something off and just got a Bug Buzz off. But, you know, or if I was Sash, you know, obviously, but whatever, it worked out for him, can't complain too much. I go into this, I go for Volt Switch, knowing he's not going to risk potential HP Ice there. And I go into my Charizard, thinking I can threaten this boy out. I indeed get that correct as he goes into Miltank. Now, right here, just go for the Dragon Claw, just 37%, which is pretty nice. A little chunklet of damage, though it's clear this is physically defensive. In an attempt to check the Zard, but I get the play right as I go into Nido Queen here, as I predicted the status, either a 2-wave or toxic. And I'm going to be able to get my T-Spikes up, as these will really weaken his team. Now right here, I'm going to go to Cresselia, as he goes for an Earth Power. Does literally nothing. And this crest is specially built to take on this Charizard, this Kyurem, as that damage there shows that he is in fact a max Spadef, max HP Kyurem, which is exactly what I predicted. I predicted a sub-toxic Kyurem, but because of my Cresselia spread, I'll always be able to break those subs. Now right here, I make a bit of a misplay. I shouldn't have switched out of that there. I have Toxic on my Cress, and that is my only real response to Kyurem, so I'm going to have to double out and do that again, and all that's going to happen in the process is my Cress is going to be significantly more weakened than it otherwise would have been. Right here, I do get him on the play by getting out into Tangrowth, meaning I'm going to get the rack up some T-Spikes damage around on his team. I just go for Giga Drain there. Probably should have gone for knockoff, but it's whatever. Not really going to be too much of a play. Now right here, goes into Kyurem. I go into my Nidoqueen, just trying to get a safe switch in. I decided to stay in here to get my Stealth Rocks because I want to be able to weaken this Kyurem when it switches in later, as well as just wear down things like his Lando, which aren't going to take the T-Spikes damage, and potentially put them in range of, put Lando in particular, I want to put it in a range of HP Ice from this Tangrowth, because since I'm Assault Vest, I'll be able to eat a Sludge Wave from pretty decent range. Now right here, just going to exchange some damage, and right here I predict the Synthesis, so I'm going to go out into my Charizard, and while he could obviously have the Toxic, not too worried. Now right here my play is just going for the Dragon Dance, as he goes for the Leech Seed and hits. In hindsight, I would really wish I would have just gone for Flare Blitz and killed it, but I don't. So yeah, here's a play that I misplayed there. I knew he was going to this. I should have Dragon Clawed, and if I would have Dragon Clawed, I would have gotten so much less damage on my Charizard, would have been in a much better position, but either way, that's what happened. And next, I should have just stayed in there and got another kill with Zard at that point. In my head, I thought that he was defensive aggro and was going to stay in and take one, but that's not what happens. And I would have just been able to kill the Kyurem, which would have meant no Toxic here, which would have been pretty nice. So yeah. But anyways, that happens. I take out the Kyurem Black. He comes in with the Landorus, shows to be Life Orb as he U-turns out. Goes into Blastoise. Now right here I just sack this, but works out in my favor. I'm able to get my Rocks up. Now the reason I went for Rocks there is because I assumed he would be he would actually go for Rapid Spin there. That made a lot of sense to me, and at that point everything had T-Spikes that could be spiked, so I might as well just get Rocks up again, but he doesn't actually make that play. I switch a few times. I shouldn't have switched that last time because I would have had more HP with a Giga Drain, but it doesn't matter. I end up taking him out with the HP Ice, and this is an important thing. Now you see right there, he actually ends up being Sand Force and not Sheer Force. Now if he was Sheer Force, I would have actually died after the Toxic. And as it turns out, that's going to end up mattering because he's going to go into this here, he's going to end up being Rock Polish, and he's going to end up sweeping my team. Now here's the thing. Now number one, this shows earlier why I should have just killed the Gourgeist with my Charizard. Because if I had just done that, then that wouldn't have been Toxic, and I would have been able to take that thing on with Regenerator. But regardless, the reason why that mattered was because instead of me just killing that, right, instead of all that happening, my Tangrowth would have been dead. I could have gone into Zard, and it would have been a 50-50 of whether or not I Dragon Danced, or and Dragon Danced would have won the game if he went for Rock Polish. But as you can see, I thought I could do this with Cress, but he ends up being Power Up Punch Heavy Slam, so not going to be able to do it, and he's going to sweep me. So I fall to 1 and 3, which is actually really disappointing. Pretty awful start. One of the worst starts I've ever had in the league, but yeah, really just, you know, unfortunate. Classic karma of the game beating the fuck out of me. When if he was what is objectively the better set, I would have had at least a chance to win that game. But anyways, that's what happens when you misplay with your Tangrowth. Anyways, I'm Togavore. Check out Joost, by the way, link in the description. Anyways, and besides that, I'm Togavore yourself. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm still sick. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.